All right. Hello, this is Mohammad Rizwan. Go
Hi,
ahead.
I'm Kyle.
And today we're going to be talking about Chadwick Boseman. It's no secret that last week he sadly passed away.
We
So,
lost him to colon cancer.
yes, unfortunately.
hmm
So, for today's episode, we will hopefully, honor
We're
his
just gonna
death.
try. We're just gonna try and honor his legacy and who he was as a person to us.
Yes, and then,
Mhm.
yeah, talk about his achievements and, like,
Mhm.
how, like, he was an influence to, modern society, you know?
Just making this episode just a tribute to who he was.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so where do we want to start? Like, how other than Black Panther, have you seen any of his other films?
I have seen 42
I've
and The
also seen
Five
42.
Bloods. Yeah, I think
I've
my first. You go ahead.
no, you.
Well, my first introduction to him was like 42, but then like maybe a couple of years later, of course, I know actually, I think 42 came out in 2014.
That's when I
I
saw
believe.
it.
So yeah, let me double check because if that's the case,
I
then
I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters. I don't remember. I remember I saw it. Then I saw Black Panther, and I only just recently made the connection that that was him.
right, yeah. So the movie came out in 2013. So then,
Gotcha.
yeah, I actually wanted to see the movie, but I didn't get the
Mhm.
chance to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But I saw it on DVD. A great movie,
Yeah.
by the way. I think everyone
Oh,
should
amazing
definitely
movie.
check it out. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's
exactly.
great. I just
Yeah,
can we just I think it's really cool that Chadwick Boseman had gotten to play so many amazing Black lives landmarks like Black Panther. He played Thurgood Marshall, right?
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
played Jackie Robinson. And I believe there's another. Did he play James Brown? Am I tripping?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, he did.
Get On Up, Get
Yeah,
On Up.
he's played so many of these just amazing, just so many iconic people. It's just, it is. He should be held very highly just as an actor, just because he played so many just amazing, iconic Black characters.
Yeah, no, and what was it like? And I even know Chadwick Boseman. Like, I think in an article he said that he wanted to play like black characters that was an influence to like modern society, or like important characters. He didn't want to play
Oh
like
yeah.
no slave. He didn't want to play like
Oh
just like
yeah.
your normal black person. He wanted to play like in a black person who was very important.
Exactly, and he freaking succeeded.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I just think that's really cool that he was able to play so many iconic characters. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
And then there was the Five Blood, which was his last
What's that?
role.
What's that about?
Hang on, give me a second.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
So the Five Blood was about a group
hmm
who went to Vietnam War,
Yeah.
and this was like during the Vietnam War, um, and it was like a bunch of like a group, and then Chadwick Boseman was in there, and then
Yeah.
they had found like gold, and so
Oh.
they buried it, and
Yeah.
um, and then he died from the Vietnam
hmm
War, and then so they're like a couple like years later we will retrieve the gold, and yeah, and then like we cut back to
Yeah.
like modern day where they do reunite except Chadwick Boseman because he's dead, and then they get the
hmm
gold, and it's on Netflix, and
That
I think it's a great movie, and I've been
I'll
saying
check it
this,
out.
yeah, and I've been saying this for months now, but Chadwick Boseman in that movie, he deserves an Oscar because it was like,
Really? Wow.
oh yeah, oh yeah, like that
I
role was
definitely
like,
gotta check it out.
yeah, man, it was really really good,
Mm.
and yeah, and then I actually saw like I think it was on Friday,
hmm
um, one of the cast members, I forgot who it was. I mean, I know who it was, but I don't remember his name. But he was talking about how like he didn't like really like he thought Black Panther got into his over Chadwick Boseman's head because he had like a person who would massage him, and there was his girlfriend like comforting him, and so he
hmm
thought Chadwick was like just like riding on the Black Panther wave, but then like
hmm
that wasn't the case. He was
Yeah.
battling cancer, and then like he started to
Yeah.
like tear up, and I was like, this is sad, man.
Yeah. That's really rough. I just he kept it hidden for so. He even kept it from people who movie he was working with on movies Ryan Coogler said I had no idea.
Yeah, no
Like
one knew about it except like unless
that's
you're like a family
crazy.
member. Yeah,
That's crazy. The fact that that he didn't choose to burden it with anyone, and he still went on and did his job. He was playing a freaking superhero while going through one of the most physically draining diseases known to man.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you really think about it, he's a strong person because he went through all of that. And
Oh
when you
yeah,
really think about it, Chadwick Boseman was shooting Black Panther at the
yeah.
same time in Infinity War and Endgame. So 3
Yeah.
movies back to back, man.
And he was just I can't even begin to fathom how that would just affect you mentally, physically, going through cancer, going through like chemo and stuff while you're on screen doing a very physically demanding role, and just
Yeah, man.
I can't
And
even.
like, if there was like, if there was like a time like on so where he had like a mental breakdown and
Yeah.
then everyone knew about it, I wouldn't be surprised. I would totally
Oh yeah.
understand why he would have that kind of like
Of course.
breakdown.
Yeah, of course. And like there is that interview where like he talks about meeting terminally ill children,
Yeah, I
and I
saw that
recently
one. I
and just
saw that.
rewatching it now, it's just like, oh, that there's just a whole new subtext here. Just he's just
Yeah,
such
no.
a resilient person.
Oh yeah, no, like just like looking back at like just like
Hmm.
everything in general about Chadwick Boseman, it's just different. There's like a whole new meaning to everything. Even Black Panther, because I know I haven't seen Black Panther like the last time. I think the last time I saw it was like last year for like my MCU marathon.
I'm
Um,
gonna rewatch it soon. I
yeah,
just didn't
same
get there
here.
either. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'll
just
watch.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
wait a few weeks because I don't want to cry during it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like I know people were when they were rewatching it after his passing, people are like starting to cry, and it was like, and people were saying this movie it hits different. It's
Yeah.
like, especially what was that one quote from T'Challa? Was like, "What will I be without you?" or something like that.
I think I
No,
know what
it's
you're
like,
talking.
yeah,
In
it
like
was
the Lion King type scene. Is that one?
yeah,
Yeah,
where he went to the little
to the
world.
ancestral plane.
Yeah, that one. I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, man. And like, just think about like, and I couldn't help but to think about like the kids because when I told my cousin, like my little cousin, about Chadwick Boseman's death,
Yeah.
he started to cry, man. He was
Well,
like,
yeah, of course.
he was a little kid too, and
Uh-huh.
he was
Because
like,
he was
yeah,
just this
man.
iconic character. He was just inspiring character. He
Oh
was on
yeah.
screen because yeah. I definitely I'm not ashamed to admit I was definitely tearing up when I made the post for our Instagram. Like I was just
Mm.
typing it, seeing it, just like, oh God, I can't believe
Mm.
he's gone.
Yeah, no, where I was actually what was it like? Just after me and my parents dropped off my little sister to like a sleepover party.
Hmm.
We got
Hmm.
home and like me and my parents, they were all on our computers. We were just, doing nothing. And then my mom gets a notification from her phone, and then it says Chadwick Boseman died. And then my mom
Oof.
gasped, and she was like, "Oh my God, Chadwick Boseman died!" And I was like,
Hmm.
at first, I thought it was a joke because like, there's no way
Yeah, I
he's
did too.
dead. And then like, like on that same night, I was in denial. I was like, he's okay. He's alive. He has to be
I went to
alive.
sleep that night telling myself it was a hoax.
Exactly. Like
Hmm.
I couldn't just like, and this was like, well, I would say the same thing for Stan Lee, but the thing with Stan Lee was like he was like really old, like he was in his
He,
90s.
I believed
Where
it. I just didn't. I believed it. I was just devastated by it. But here it's like, it's unbelievable just how he was taken so young.
yeah, no, and this was like he's like the same age as my parents, and like
Same here.
yeah, and like I couldn't. I mean, I wouldn't blame, my parents if they were freaking out. Like, what if they have cancer? What if they pass away?
I
It's
don't
like I
even try and
can't.
think about that stuff.
Me neither, man. And
Mhm.
like the whole weekend, it just felt like a fever dream, like the whole
I
week.
remember how I found out too. I was at Trey's lake house with him, which is why I couldn't record last week because there's no reception.
Yeah,
He picks up
yeah.
like the landline phone and puts his like, and then like he's like talking, it's like, oh hey mom, what's up? And then I just see his face drop. He puts on the phone like, yeah, I'll get that. And then he looks at me, he's like, Kyle, Chadwick Boseman passed away. And I was like, no, you're messing with me. That's not cool, man. And then he gets on his jet ski to go to the Wi-Fi spot to like double check, and he comes
Oh
back. It's like,
man.
yeah, colon cancer. It's like I can't. Yeah, that just it's just so rough. Just being like he was taken
Mhm.
so soon, and no one knew about it. That still messes with me. No one knew
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, no, it was like I would say because I don't want to make a comparison. I really don't want to, but it definitely felt like more like a Bill Finger situation where like he
A
did
little
have
bit.
like yeah, sort of in a way where like he did pass away, but like he had like a disease, I believe.
Bill Finger.
Well,
I saw. It's been a while since I've seen a documentary, Batman and
yeah,
Bill, but
Batman and Bill. Yeah,
he died on his. It was either some
it was
people.
in his apartment.
Yeah, it was on his couch in his apartment. Was it? It wasn't drugs. No. I think it was a disease.
Hang on, let me check.
Yeah,
In the
pull it up.
meantime, yeah, cause of Bill Fingers. Death. Oh, it's a weird word. Coronary
Oh,
arthrosclerosis.
it's coronary. Yeah, I don't know what I believe that's. I don't know what coronary is. I don't know specifically. It's either
Yeah,
some. Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, that's a disease though. Yeah.
yeah. Let's not get a. Yeah,
Let's not get. Yeah. This.
yeah, man. It's
I'm just
just.
when stuff like this happens, just puts everything into perspective. Like,
Yeah,
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 like you can be a perfectly healthy, fit person, and stuff like this can still strike. Like,
yeah. No, no. Yeah, go ahead.
no, you go.
Because I was about to say when back in April when he posted that video of like himself talking about Jackie Robinson and like he
Mhm.
looked really really skinny.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I thought it was for a movie role because like when you look at someone like Joaquin
Well, of
Phoenix or
course,
Christian Bale doing like these
yeah.
bizarre things, I wouldn't be surprised. I was like, it has to be for a role. But then
Your mind doesn't immediately go to the worst place, but then
exactly,
but when then the worst situation is true, then you look back and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't see all the signs.
yeah,
But
no, and like
you
no,
can't blame
then
yourself for that because like you couldn't have seen the signs. There was no way of knowing.
exactly, and then like no one at Marvel knew about this. No one
No
knew
one.
except yeah. And I just imagine like Kevin Feige like having a whole like plan, like a story planned out for Black Panther.
Just wiped. And
Yeah,
this, I, I think want to say I respect it because like he didn't want to burden any of his fans with that. He's like, I'm going to keep playing this character because think about it. He's the first black MCU here that got his own solo movie. Imagine how inspiring that is like to young black children. Like, oh my god, that superhero looks like me.
yeah,
Imagine
no,
that. And if he came out like you imagine how heartbreaking that'd be for some of those kids. But
exactly.
it's
So
still heartbreaking now. But he's still, yeah, I respect him so much for just keep trucking along. He could have been like, I can't do this, I quit, and everyone would have been like, that is the right decision. You are fine to do that. Please make sure you're okay. But no, he's like, I'm going to keep playing this character, and he did.
words cannot describe like how much like I am just like proud of him, like how much
Mm-hmm.
like the guts and like this mental
Guts.
strength and the physical strength. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate the man because yo
Oh yeah.
man, if he quit, it would have been bad either way.
If he had quit though, like you couldn't have put that against him. Like yeah, he had colon cancer, but just think
Exactly.
about how resilient he is for keeping going.
Yeah, no, like I even read an article I think like a couple of hours ago where he thought he was going to be ready for Black Panther 2 and like he would like get the weight
He
back.
did say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
which then I believe it did get worse after that, which is awful. Like
and
it's
then
just awful.
they were going to shoot it like next year of March. And it was
I
like,
believe that's when. I believe they still are going. If they, I want to make something very clear now. If they recast, I'm not watching this movie.
yeah, no, man.
No, that is just so far past what is okay. I'm not seeing this movie if they recast.
Yeah, no. I think we should hold that discussion later throughout the episode because
Yes,
yeah, because I wouldn't say I have like a story planned out, but I have like an idea.
I
We
did.
could
I also have an idea of how they could keep it going, but keep it respectful. But you're right. Let's save that for later.
yeah, let's honor Chadwick Boseman.
Of
Yeah,
course. So,
and then
do you
you
want
go
to talk
ahead.
a bit about 42?
Yeah, let's talk about 42.
It's been a while since I've seen 42, so I don't remember a lot of it. But I
Me
just want
neither.
to talk about this generally, like how how this. I'm trying to put how good that movie was and how he portrayed such an iconic black like hero. Like Jackie Robinson is like a real like baseball player. I wanted just how he did in that movie. So do you want to start?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said, do you want to start?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, go.
Oh man, I like you said. I mean, I haven't seen the movie in a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad this movie is PG-13.
Yeah,
because it's like you don't have to like restrict audience from like seeing it.
Yeah.
And I
You
think
just reminded me. My little brother's obsessed with baseball. I'm showing him this movie like first thing tomorrow.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, because I just want. It's like, yeah. No, never mind. You keep going.
Yeah, and I would go as far as to say like it was Oscar worthy, just from like
Chadwick
my own.
Boseman is just such a fantastic actor.
He's Oscar worthy. Like, he has
Yes.
Oscar material in him.
He deserved an Oscar in his time because he's got so far into the head of his characters. Like you can just see him in his character. Like during Black Panther, I just remember that scene where he confronts Killmonger for the last time. Like, as you can see, I am not dead. Like he walks up and you can just see not maybe like the excitement, like the anger, like of him about to confront the man who just took everything from him. You could see that all on his face walking towards him. And it's like, wow, he's just so into this character.
Yeah, no, it's like I wouldn't say method acting, but it's just like acting.
It's something
great
worse.
acting. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, dude, I'm still in shock about Chadwick.
It set in for me like when I was making that post for our Instagram. Like I was just sitting there, I was like, he's really gone. Like, wow.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm still in shock that Stan Lee is still gone.
Celebrity deaths are hard to process because they say for like maybe once in your life, they're never tangibly in front of you. So like you can't. So like when they're gone, it sounds horrible, but you don't. There's no physical difference day to day. Like losing like a loved one or a friend, like day to day, there's a difference. But when a celebrity dies, it doesn't affect you daily, even as big a loss as someone like Chadwick Boseman. So it's so hard for something like this to set in. I don't know. It's just, and that's why I've always advocated for people to be way less harsh to celebrities because these are real people. Some people forget, like E! News and stuff. Like these are real people. Like stop talking about them like that. And yeah, I can't put it more tangibly into words than treat celebrities like real people. And when tragedies like this strike, don't talk down on them. Now is not the time.
Yeah.
If anyone in the comments jokes about Chadwick Boseman or like talks down to him, you will be blocked from the channel. Like,
nah, I'll just leak their address.
Yeah, just dox them.
Yeah, it's like, okay, since you want to play that way,
you won't play those games.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. And then what was his next role after 42? Let me look at his IMDb page.
Yeah, pull up his filmography.
Yeah, and meanwhile, you can just go ahead and continue the conversation.
Yeah. So I know his last role is going to be in What If. His last role, like that. He's already recorded. He's already recorded his lines for the his What If episode.
Okay, so
keep going.
So I think his next movie was Get On Up, but his current the movie, his next project after The Five Bloods was Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Do we know if that's canceled or just? I'm pretty sure this will be canceled.
It says it's completed. They're probably gonna put it out there. Yeah, I know it's a Netflix. I think it's a Netflix movie.
Was The Five Bloods a Netflix movie?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. So his next movie was Get On Up.
Mm-hmm. Which was James Brown.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, have you
seen that?
Nope.
I have not. No. Yeah. I have heard fantastic things about his performance in it, though. Which is unsurprising because we've already established amazing actor.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what to say because I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his next movie was Gods of Egypt, which was in 2016.
He was in Gods of Egypt.
Yeah. Have you seen it? Because I haven't seen it.
I have not. No.
Okay. Well, that's another movie.
I think Trey's seen that, so maybe next episode we'll get him to talk about it.
I mean, I know the movie didn't get good reviews, so.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the comic was good, though.
It was based on a comic?
Yeah, it's based on a comic. Neil Gaiman one, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. But
that's why I almost saw it.
Oh, okay. Well, his next movie was Civil War.
Well, yeah. Do you want to talk about his performance in Civil War? Because I think it's one of the best in the movie.
He
The
was he
way,
was he was the highlight of the show, objectively.
yeah, the way that one scene I will keeps popping in my mind every time I think about Civil War when he chooses to spare Zemo, like when
Oh
the
yeah,
clauses were. That is just so powerful. Just like what's the line? Like I will not like go. I will. I choose. I don't remember.
vengeance has
God,
consumed them. It's
yeah,
consuming me.
I will let it
Yeah,
consume me no longer. God, that just the way he looks at Zemo in that scene with like shame and pity, just looks at him. Oh my! It's just all through. You could see everything he's thinking through his face. It's just
that's
so
the
powerful.
power of acting, cinema.
Yes, cinema.
Come at me, Scorsese.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about his performance in that movie?
Dude, words like when I found out that Black Panther was going to be in the movie,
Oh yeah.
I was just like, I got so giddy because the
Hmm.
thing is with Black Panther, I grew up reading Black Panther comics like before he was ever in the big screen. I had
Hmm.
always like loved Black Panther, and like I knew like I had good faith in like Chadwick Boseman, and like I knew he would kill the role,
Oh yeah.
and
When
like
his casting was announced, everyone pretty unanimously was like, "Yeah, that's perfect."
yeah, basically.
Yeah. Like I don't think anyone. There's no contention. He was perfect for the role.
Oh yeah, it's like the Hugh Jackman and
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds of
Yeah.
pure casting. It's like I
The
would say,
scene where he loses his father to the supposed Winter Soldier, and he's just holding him and cry. God, this that image again. You can see it all in his face. It's visual acting. It's
yeah, and it was haunting at the same
yeah.
time.
His performance was just crazily tragic in that movie. It was a generally pretty lighthearted movie, but he brought the mood to exactly where it needed to be every scene he was in. He stole the show. I
I'll
loved him
say
in that movie.
I'll say he had a better like when it comes to like the spotlight. I
Mhm.
think Black Panther took the spotlight than Spider Man.
Yeah, because Spider-Man did have a pretty small role in that movie, but the thing is, like, Tom Holland, not a bad performance, but, like, it wasn't a
It was
Chadwick Boseman.
yeah, it was just like a small role, but yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he had a small role. And Black Panther, he had a slightly larger role, and but just every scene he was in, it's like, okay, this is now Black Panther's scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So any final thoughts about his performance in Civil War?
fantastic.
I agree. It was
Like,
great.
just sum it up, fantastic, super tragic.
Yeah. So his next role was Message from the King. He plays Jacob King.
I don't think I've heard of this.
Okay, so it's a Netflix movie too.
Yeah, he's in a lot of
Oh
those.
yeah. So oh,
Yeah,
we had Luke Evans and Alfred Molina in it.
really. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely check it out too. Yeah. So we haven't seen the movie yet,
Yeah,
and
so
then
all I could say was knowing Chadwick Boseman, probably a good performance.
pretty much
Yeah.
yeah. So his next movie was Marshall. He played the
Thurgood
Thurgood
Marshall.
Marshall. Have you seen it?
I have not, no. It's been on my list
Same.
for ages now, though.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Wow, we need to educate ourselves now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So his next
All right.
one is Black Panther.
Okay. You want to start?
It. Where do I begin with this movie? Ah man. Well, his performance is great.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way, as always, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like a very like I would It was definitely a celebration for like black people. You
It
know.
definitely felt like that.
Yeah. Um.
His the way him and Killmonger worked together in a scene, him and Michael B just meshed so well together as rivals, as adversaries. They meshed super well. They had really good chemistry in that way. And it's really like the way they interacted. I felt like they both were very trusting as scene partners. It was just such when they were on screen together, it was their movie. No, it felt like no other character was present. It was them. They stole the show. Just when they were together, it so good.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan was definitely a scene stealer,
Oh yeah.
and Yeah, and then this is not only that. Not only was it just like a cultural achievement, but this was just like an achievement, just like in like the academies, because this was the very first comic book movie to not get nominated for Best Picture,
Oh
and
yeah,
like just like, and when you see about when you hear about that, it's like I I wouldn't say this movie redefined comic book movies, but it definitely, you know,
it
it,
has its place. Like in like if there was like a museum of comic book movies, I feel like this would have its own exhibit.
oh yeah, this
Yeah.
we could that's a whole episode if I'm being honest with you,
Oh yeah,
of just like comic book movie that like just like changed everything.
this cemented its place in nerd history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then when it comes to Black Panther, this movie also won like 3 Oscars too,
hmm Yeah.
and it was definitely deserved. Best original score, best
hmm
set design, I think it was.
Oh, its score was fantastic.
Yeah, Ludwig Göransson, who also did
hmm
Tenet.
Oh yeah. Oh, you saw Tenet, right?
Yep,
Let's talk about
yesterday.
that like the end of the episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So this, I mentioned this scene earlier. The scene where he confronts Killmonger after Killmonger's taken his throne. You can just he's walking towards him, arms open. He had just taken down a cruiser, and he's just as you can see, I am not dead, and you can just on his face see the excitement that he's going to finally reclaim his throne, the anger he has towards Killmonger, and just he comes in open arms, about to take back his throne, and you could see all that on his face in an instant. You can tell what he's thinking. He just walks forward, and you know what's about to happen. It's amazing.
yeah. Oh, hang on, I'm texting my parents because they were asking me something, but hang on.
That's okay. You want
Yeah,
to keep going?
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I just think in the third act of Black Panther alone, I think High Top mentioned it. Man, I'm
So,
aware. I'm doing something. Okay. Sorry, little brother. Anyway, this the third act specifically when he's talking with Killmonger, looking out at the sun, with the thing on his chest, and they're talking together. On on T'Challa's face when Killmonger decides to not let himself live, you can see so much just pain and regret that he couldn't save this person. And you could just it's all on his face. It's fantastic. You just see it. Yeah, he was such a good visual. I think that's what I've been saying this for the past like what 30 minutes, but it's just his. You can anytime he says anything or is thinking anything, you see it all on his face. You could just see so much. He's so
into it.
visually expressive. Like,
Yeah.
and it's everything an actor should be. An actor shouldn't give things to show, don't tell. You shouldn't. If he could have all his face except for his eyes covered, and you could do that for a whole movie, you could just tell. Like an actor shouldn't be able to just tell something through what they're saying. You've got to see it too. And Chadwick Boseman made sure you could see it.
Yeah, I'm no actor, so I don't know anything about acting, but I feel like if you can like visually like express something through your like your facial expressions, then I think you achieve just like high ranks of acting. I
Oh
could be
yeah,
wrong though. Could be wrong though.
you're definitely in the right. Like just such good visual expression is something that should be praised, and which is what we're doing. Like I can't get over this. Those scenes specifically I was talking about, you see it all. Like
Mm,
you can immediately tell what he's thinking and what his plan of action is.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about Black Panther?
I'm one of those few people. I love this movie. It's definitely probably like my top 5 favorite Marvel movies.
hmm
Uh, I don't, even though I don't even have like a full fleshed out ranking, but it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's there.
up there. Yeah, but with
Mhm.
like Guardians,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely fair.
yeah.
Mhm.
So his next movie was Infinity War.
I know we've both seen that.
Yeah,
Do I mean what else can we say about his performance there that we haven't already? He's very
great.
yeah, just great performance there. Anything stand out you want to talk about?
I mean, he had a small role, sadly.
What I want to say is he's good at speeches. Like
That's
Chadwick
true.
Boseman knows how to deliver like a rousing speech, like the attack something engage all defenses and get this man a shield. That speech, I remember getting chills during. He's like, oh my god, he just standing there, not yelling, but you could just feel. his presence. He's really good scene presence. He's just standing there in a very high tone of voice, and he's just making he feels like a commander. Like he's like, you do this, you do this. It's like, okay, like you tell me to do something, yes, sir. He's just such a powerful presence.
Oh yeah, you perfectly said it.
Thank you.
And then like at the end, dude,
Mm-hmm.
like when he got dusted, I was like, dang.
His death scene was he did good there. Just on his face when he was fading, you could just, like I said, you could. I know I've said this a million times, but you could really see see it all just in his face.
Yeah, no. And I was like, and then a lot of people were like making jokes on like how like he died in Black Panther, and like he should just be like, don't foreshadow about death, because then you're gonna die.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yikes. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
now think about it. Just ooh.
All right. So
yes, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna ask if you had anything else about him in Infinity War.
It was great.
Yeah.
Too bad the movie was
I really liked Infinity War, but not topic for another day.
Yeah, but let's talk about Endgame. The first time we see him coming back.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, him just being the first one. I remember there being cheers in the theater I was at. It's like, wow, T'Challa is back. This landmark MCU hero, he's back. That was just such a good feeling.
I don't know about. I mean, you said there was cheers and clapping. Not for me.
Well, I was seeing it like opening day, so like we were all like, no, it was day before opening day, so like we were all like, oh, okay, so I don't know, maybe you should a weird theater.
Yeah, guys, make sure you guys get the right theater. But then again, we saw like 3D, so it was a good call. Yeah, but that was like because a little quick story.
Yeah.
When the tickets came out, I had to go to New Jersey, so like what was it? So I told my mom that supposedly the tickets are going to come out on this day. So then I made sure she woke up early, just in time to like buy the ticket. Because the thing was, when I was going to New Jersey, it was going to be me and my sister only. My parents were going to stay home. Oh well. Yeah. No, I don't. No, they had to go to my Florida because of my sister's college.
Yeah.
So like, when during the plane ride, I thought my mom bought the tickets. So then when I got back from the plane ride and I asked her, did you get the tickets? She said no. Dude, like, in a panic. I was like, dude, we got to get these tickets now, man.
Yeah, I'm grateful. Trey, like, day tickets came out. He called me. He's like, I bought us tickets. I was like, hey, cool. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, I would see like all like my friends on like their Instagram stories saying, yo, I just got the tickets. I was like, I didn't get my tickets.
I was in the car with Trey. It was me, Trey, and my mom. Like a few weeks before I went, and he went, "Kyle, want to see something sexy?" And I turned around and he just shows me the tickets, like the QR. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty nice."
Yeah, man. And then thankfully I got the tickets, but in 3D, and we were like at the front, not like all the way at the front, but definitely at the front row seats. Sadly,
you were near that.
Yeah, it was still worth it though. Totally didn't cry.
Leading up to Endgame, when I remember there was a specific interview with Chadwick Boseman. He's like, "Oh, can you comment on Avengers Endgame?" He's like, "I'm dead."
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
That's a really good way to handle that. Because I remember what Tom Holland did. He would just like try and change the subject, but no, he knew that everyone pretty much knew he was coming back, so he made a joke of it.
Yeah, no, like 2018, like after Infinity War came out, the Russo brothers said like they lied, saying all the characters are dead, they're not coming back.
But yeah, we pretty much already like they're coming back. Like really.
We just didn't know how.
Yeah, but like still like I just wish an interviewer just like went, really? They're not coming back? Are you sure?
Stop the cap.
Yeah, stop capping.
Just be clean, bro. Just tell me straight out.
Like just me and you. Really?
It's like Batman and Joker, the interrogation scene from The Dark Knight.
I wish that's how that was seen when this Batman slams his head. Really?
Oh man, what a weird.
Like, so, is his next movie The Five Bloods?
No, 21 Bridges.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Did you see that?
It. Nope.
Crap, I haven't either.
I heard the movie wasn't good.
I actually heard it was decent.
I mean, yeah, I know this was like the first movie from like the studios, from the studio of the Russo brothers. founded. So
All I know is that the premise was really interesting.
what was the premise?
That his character was like, he was high up in like the law enforcement, and he was basically like, okay, there was like someone on, I might be completely wrong, but this is my understanding, like someone dangerous on the loose in the city. So he's like, okay, you know what? No one leaves the city, no one enters it. He basically shut down the city because that's why it's called 21 bridges. Like 21 bridges, that leading into the city, they were all shut down. So he's like, okay, no one's getting in, no one's getting out until this guy's caught. Because I think he had some kind of connection to him. I don't. It sounds like kind of a little like of a basic, because it was literally this cop killer who killed his dad was on the loose. It sounded a bit generic, but I heard good things.
Okay. Well,
I heard like 7 out of 10 ish. You know,
okay.
which that's not awful.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's his next movie?
The Five Bloods.
Which you have seen.
Yes, and
right, tell me about it.
I loved it. I loved The Five Bloods. You know, and definitely with the scenes with Chadwick Boseman, he was definitely a standout.
Yeah.
You know, and like every scene he's in, you can't help but not turn away, like turn your head around, like your eyes are glued to the screen because like he was like his role was like because it definitely plays a main factor in like character. I forgot the person Del or Linda was playing, but like he had like some kind of connection besides the fact that they were in a group together, which I will not get into because that's a spoiler. But then when you find out about it, and then it was like really sad because then you understand why he was who he was before we found out. And there was like a scene, like a very emotional moment after we found out about it. And I was like, wow, this is sad.
Yeah.
And it was a very small role, but like very, very Oscar worthy.
Yeah. We've made it very clear that Chadwick Boseman can kill a small role. Like he can really just steal the scene.
Oh, for real. For real.
Yeah.
And he's got Oscar material.
Yeah. So is that all of his current filmography?
Yep.
All right. I do know that he has that there's that movie you mentioned earlier that he had already filmed that is to come out, and his
Maraine's Black Bottom.
Yes, and his What If episode has also been recorded, so that I believe they will still be using his voice lines for that.
They will.
Yeah, which that's going to be an emotional one.
Yeah, they'll probably like at the beginning of the episode they'll probably like do like another tribute.
Oh yeah, did you watch the Chadwick Boseman tribute on Disney Plus?
I saw maybe like half of it the other day because I was taking a quiz before like my class started.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and then when class started, I had to just like turn it off and then take the quiz, and then and after a while I was done, I was just like exhausted, so I didn't really continue with it. But I mean, I have some time with it left, so I can finish the rest of it. Today.
Yeah, I mean, of course they were gonna do it, but it's still cool that they did it. You know, like, like we all knew it was gonna happen, but it was classy move, Marvel putting that one out there.
Yeah, no, it was surprisingly really fast. I was like, they put it out really fast.
Yeah, of course.
Like even to the point where I thought it was pre-planned.
Well, that might be because like we probably didn't hear about his death until a few days after, because that's generally just the way it goes in Hollywood.
Yeah, time zones.
Yeah, no, not even that. It's just like sometimes just takes a few days for people to put out statements.
True. Yeah. But yeah, God, man, dude, this is nuts.
His death hit me on such a level that I didn't know a celebrity death could hit me.
Man.
It's crazy. He was taken so young, and from a disease he had for years that no one knew about. How crazy is that?
Yeah, man, and like he was not only just like a great actor, but he was a great person apparently to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a very friendly person.
there's stories of him going to like children's hospitals with kids with terminally ill diseases, and like imagine those kids now. It's like, wow, he was suffering from the same thing I was.
Yeah, and
How crazy is that he was still going out dressed as a superhero and crap, probably missing some chemotherapy sessions just to visit kids in the hospital who were going through the same thing.
oh man, I applaud him.
I do too.
Him.
It's
Yeah, Go ahead.
inspiring.
Yeah, I was about to say something, but now I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know if I want to continue with like this next discussion, but it's definitely a question Marvel and Disney's gonna have to face. Not being what
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's the question of what now with Black Panther. What are they gonna do?
I want to keep this respectful.
Yeah,
like,
same here.
I want to put in context like don't CGI him. Don't do anything that would like negate
disrespect him. Yeah.
Exactly. Don't recast him, dear God.
Yeah.
I saw some ideas online. My favorite is have T'Challa die similar to how Chadwick died, and like maybe even the same way like colon cancer is like, oh, just because he's a superhero, just because he's this and that, does not mean tragedy can't strike. And have that affect the characters in the movie. Like tragedy still can strike no matter who you are. And I think that can actually be a deeply resonant theme.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are saying that. Just like people are saying, just have him like die from cancer, like not die, but like, pass away from cancer,
like Captain Marvel did in the comics. Like
exactly.
I feel like it can be deeply resonant. Like, yeah, even a hero can still face this kind of tragedy, and have Shuri take up the mantle. It's like I must, there still needs to be a hero. I must honor him. I feel like that can actually be a really like tragic but still uplifting movie. It's like no matter what happens, this will still strike. We need to honor them and continue on what they would have wanted.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna make this really quick. I have two ideas. One of them being Shuri taking up the mantle.
Yeah.
And this next one, have like a new character, like create a new character, and just like who was like related to Black Panther, but T'Challa, and then like throughout the movie, he can like prove to Wakanda that he can live up to not only the Black Panther name, but the T'Challa, and then maybe like the antagonist could be like Namor, who's like just like challenging him, like putting so much pressure into this new character.
Yeah.
I
saw two theories online. One, the villain being like some kind of assassin that sent someone to kill T'Challa. No, God, no, don't do that. And the other idea I saw is have it at the end of Black Panther to where they did keep Killmonger alive against his wishes, and when T'Challa died, have that like hit him like on a deep level, then have him take over as Black Panther as a good guy. I don't think that would work, but do you want to talk about it? Because I feel like that's interesting. I don't think in a million years it would happen, but it's definitely interesting.
This is an interesting discussion, but I want to hold off for that, for like maybe like a couple months, just to like, not be able to say that, but just to really like
let the water settle.
Yeah,
that's
this is like because it's been only a week since he passed away.
It feels like yesterday. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we're.
I don't know. I keep going to bed every night, like, please just let it come out as a hoax, but it's not. He actually is gone. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I want to hold this discussion off for maybe like a couple months. I would say maybe like October or November.
Let's leave it here for now. Just only stipulation: this MCU shouldn't recast them. They just keep it respectful to who Chadwick was.
Yeah, and I even know, like, I heard that Disney Marvel, they're not even like talking about Black Panther. They're just talking about Chadwick and just like honoring him.
And you know what? If they are, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
I like that this company isn't immediately going to like the business side. They're like, hey, he's gone. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. You know, the hats off for Kevin Feige
Hmm.
and Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, I think it was the new CEO.
I don't know.
But yeah. Yeah. Did you also? Oh yeah. Did you hear about like that one story where like Denzel Washington like paid for
Paid
his
for his
like
college. That was
yeah.
cool. That was cool. I did hear about
That was
that.
wholesome. That was
And he like
wholesome.
invited him to like the Black Panther premiere like 20 years later.
Yeah, and then like just like have him say thank you.
That's cool. I did like that.
Yeah, and then Chadwick went on to say like there is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington.
hmm That was. It just shows such character to where he could still honor him all those years later. It's like, hey, it was a while ago, but he still helped me out in this major way, and now look where I am.
You know,
That's a real test of character.
it's not like he had like an ego where like he pretty much like told Denzel Washington to screw up now that he's like successful.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
had.
man.
He didn't seem to really have an ego. He always did the Wakanda Forever thing to fans. He was always just receptive to fans, and even to the very end, he was just always like very like respectful and nice to fans. That's something celebrities shouldn't be upheld to do. They shouldn't have to always be, well, hey, well, I'm this to fans. But he was.
Yeah.
That's really something to commend him for.
Yeah. Well, I guess we were like 50 minutes into this podcast.
Are we?
So I think
Oh, we
so.
are. Yeah, we're
So
pretty. Do you want to leave this here?
yeah. So I mean, do you have any? Do you want to have anything else to say?
I don't know what else to say about Chadwick that we haven't already covered. Such a great man, great actor, taken way too soon.
You perfectly said it, man. I wished we could see more of him, but you know,
I know.
cancer, man,
Yeah.
screw cancer.
Yeah.
I would say the F word, but no, just screw
I mean,
cancer, man.
I'll say it. Fuck cancer. Like, I
Go ahead,
can't.
man.
Like, I'm not. There's nothing to be mad at, but I'm just very saddened by this situation. You know, like
Yeah,
this. Like I said earlier, this is the first celebrity death to really just smack me across the face. Like, oh my god, it's
for
really
me, it was
gone.
like it was Robin Williams, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Stan Lee, and
See, with all of those, I wasn't really old enough to. Stan Lee did actually really hit me, but I don't know. Chadwick really just. I don't know. He was just such a good man and a great actor.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like where do we go now? Now that he's gone, like he pretty much paved the way.
Yeah.
Ah,
This is heavy.
it's depressing. Yeah, no, man.
All right.
Like,
Let's leave this episode here.
yeah,
Chadwick Boseman, rest in power. What an amazing man, an amazing actor. We're sorry for the bit of a shorter episode, but we just wanted to dedicate this to Chadwick Boseman.
yeah.
So I'm Kyle.
This is Mohammad.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
And Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. That's a good note to end this one on.
Yeah. All right.